What's going on, traders? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for another live stream. This live stream is not coming to you 15 minutes before the market opens as it usually does. I took a couple swing trades yesterday, so I decided that there was no real benefit in me going live during pre-market hours, as I wasn't really going to be trading anything. So I'm going to be trying to switch it up. I'm going to be going live during pre-market hours for a majority of our momentum traders, and the traders that like to trade within the first couple 30 minutes to an hour of the market open, since it tends to see the most activity. I also want to make sure that I can create curriculum or videos for those that are swing traders and for those that are planning on trading stocks a little bit more long term. So I'm just trying to get both sides of the spectrum when it comes down to the group or the members that we have within our group. If you're not a part of our group already, again, you definitely don't have to. It's a free group. It says free group. It's a Facebook group. You can feel free to join. Once you get accepted, on the top pinned post, there is a Discord group chat link that will give you the ability to network with over 47,000 members worldwide. So it's a free networking group. We provide it for you all for free. There's me, Connor, who's our momentum trader, Brad, who's our OTC stock trader, and Kyle, who's our mobile investment group leader, as well as a momentum trader himself. We're all here to help you and guide you in the right direction. We're not here to spoon feed you. We're here to just talk about what we do well, areas of improvement, and overall promote like a welcoming environment for both new and experienced traders. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a couple of our traders that ended up doing very well within the past 2 days that have been locking in consistent profit. And if you guys have been part of TechBot Solutions within the past year, right? And focusing on the past 4 weeks to even 2 months, you have seen that the number of people making profit has drastically increased. There's no question about that. We have traders that are now really starting to understand the market, and it's because, again, we don't do anything special. We don't tell you when to buy. We don't tell you when to sell. We're not here to spoon feed anyone. We're here to kind of guide you in the right direction when it comes down to sharing our best practices. I try my best in giving you guys tips and tricks that has helped me out. And today it really ended up benefiting a lot of people. So I just wanted to make a video quickly shouting out a couple of these members, as well as just breaking it down on how I saw potential on these series of stocks, as well as a series of momentum stocks. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know for those new traders that are watching this video can be somewhat informative. If you guys enjoyed this video, I should be keeping it pretty short. Feel free to give it a thumbs up, and we'd love to have you as a part of the team. So feel free to subscribe as well. So I'm going to start sharing my screen so you can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. But that is really just it. So we have a couple people saying that they are lost. I'm pulling up everything right now. Give me one quick second. So we had really good call outs by our members. And again, all the call outs that we have, a majority of them, all the stocks that I even trade, it's because of this networking group. And I know that might sound funny, or that might sound different. And you guys might not understand what it is that I'm trying to explain, but what I'm trying to say is that when it comes down to the stocks that I'm usually trading, it comes down to simply hearing out what our members are talking about and what it is that they see value in, and then because they simply ask me, hey Ricky, can you break down this stock? I go and I simply break it down, and in that whole breakdown that I'm breaking down their stock, I'm like, hey, I actually see value in this stock, and therefore it exposes me to new opportunity. And that's why I find this group to be so powerful. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to start sharing my screen, and then we can go from there. So let's go right here. Sorry about that, guys. Alrighty, so just to give you guys a quick breakdown, so we have Ryan. This was yesterday. He locked in nearly $3,000 worth of profit on a couple of his day trades. Ryan has been completely killing it. He's up over $85,000 in the past 4 weeks. So if you see him around in our group chat, feel free to give him a congrats on all his success. He's going to take some time off, but I just wanted to thank him again for being a part of the team. G-Man, this is again a quick little just screenshot of what I had. So I broke down a stock yesterday, and he ended up seeing value in it. He locked in $500 worth of profit because of the video that I made yesterday about building confidence. So if you guys haven't checked out that video is right here. Again, it doesn't mean that it's gonna make you the $500. I made this video because a lot of our traders didn't have the confidence to trade. So I simply made it and hoped that it guided people in the right direction. And with just that one simple, individual being benefited and making $500 off of my video, then that video was 100% worth the time that it took to make. The next thing is, let's go in the Discord group chat. I searched up profits, so that they should be popping up. A couple of new people. Start locking in profits. Again, it's nothing huge. Not everyone makes enormous amounts of profit, but all I care about is consistent profit. And now we have Jimmy with $27 worth of profit. We have Rom with $180 worth of profit. We have a couple people. They're talking about their entries and their exits. If you guys aren't too familiar with the kind of terminology when it comes down to day trading. But right now, we have an individual that was unfortunately down $200. So that's not the best. But again, it's overcoming that and working over that. Let's see if we can pull up anything else. We have a guy up, I think, what is that, $46? About $265. Not too sure if you guys can see that right there. So that's pretty solid. We have another trader that, okay, here it is, woke up to $450 worth of profit. And that's one of the coolest things. You guys was one that I called out within the past 2 days. I'll break that one down in just a couple of minutes. But it's really cool being able to see a couple of our traders do pretty well because of that. And then, we have a couple of people congratulating everyone with DGAs and stuff like that. And, $174 worth of profit. So it really comes down to having the understanding of, how are these people making profit? And for those that are watching this that aren't making profit, what might you guys be doing wrong? I don't want to say that you guys are doing anything wrong, right? I'm not here to tell you that I'm doing something right and you're doing something wrong. But I'm just going to talk to you guys about my approach and for swing trading and momentum trading. So the reason that I didn't go live today for my momentum trades is because, I usually go live even if I don't trade. I do it for the team. I do it for my YouTube channel and I do it for the people that follow me and that are part of our group. Understanding that, I want to make sure that I can kind of structure your guys' mindset when it comes down to trading. You don't need to be forcing every trade, every single day. If you guys see value in a couple swing trades, then maybe, taking it easy for a couple days, breaking down your stock and making sure that you invest in something that you see value in. Something that I saw value in for AMD was yesterday. It was at $12.50. And I identified that as a support. It came down from highs of 1474. AMD is pretty relevant when it comes to news due to the news that this individual company was going to be partnered with Tesla, and it's currently partnered with Apple. So again, a multi-billion-dollar company, and it shows a previous trend. And again, all I look for is a trend. Has it ever bounced at $12.50? Like, why would $12.50 be a support? Meaning that this is where it bounces at. Understanding that. It has bounced at $12 at $12.50. It has also bounced at $12. So there's this known area from 12 to 12.50 where it usually bounces at. Understanding that, where does it usually peak out at? That's anywhere from around 13 to 13.50. If you guys can see based on this pricing and this pricing right here. So therefore, let's say I get in at 12.50. The potential to $13 is about 4.5%, as well as up to 13.50. Is about almost 8%. So therefore, my potential for profit is pretty solid, and I'm buying it at a pretty low point in a known area where it usually bounces at. And that's really all I do. I break it down. I do a risk management on okay, well, now I formulate a plan. Where am I buying? Where am I going to be selling? And where am I going to be cutting my losses? I do that every single time before I take a position, and I have an overall understanding of what my potential for profit is compared to what my potential for loss is. And if you don't do that before you take a position, then in my opinion, you're kind of trading blindly. You're kind of hoping for the best and you're not really, having a plan. And when you don't have a plan and when people buy based on other people's opinion, or if there's a stock that's doing very well and they don't know where they're going to be selling, the approach that I like to take is before I take any position, I need to know where I'm going to be selling and I need to know where I'm going to be, cutting my losses. And if you don't know that before you take a position, then you're kind of just hoping for the best. And this market is definitely not an area or a market where you get lucky. So let me go ahead and move on to the other one. So this is you guys. I'm still taking a position on you guys. I'm up myself. I don't know if you could see it, if it's going to pop up a little bit on my swing trade. But let's see if I can remove this and then put breaking. It should be popping up. I'm up. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this up. My goodness. There we go. $138 on a small little swing trade. Again, not a very big position, $138. That's not bad, right? And I'll tell you guys what my plan is. $138 is a very small profit of what I'm actually planning on making on you guys. I plan to make anywhere from about $500 to $800 as I continue to add to my position. So this is a trend that I have identified. This is this margin. You see this red line? That's my support. That's my resistance. Understanding that this is the price point where it usually bounces at, again, not 100%, but where it usually bounces at. This would label itself as a good buy to me. This is a price point around 1350 where it usually peaks out at. This would identify itself as a good sell point. Understanding that, I keep it very simple. I wait for the price to get down to the price point that I wanted to. I wait for it to break above VMA. And then once it does, I formulate a plan where I'm buying, where I'm going to be selling, and where I'm going to be cutting my losses. So my overall stop loss, based on the current price point right now, because I'm up on this position, but just let me tell you what my original plan is. My original plan was once I got filled, I was going to have a stop loss at $11. It previously bounced at $11, so I knew if it broke below 11, it was going to break this trend and it was going to continue trending down. I don't want to lose more than, what I'm going to be making. Therefore, I thought, cutting my losses at $11 was going to be worth it, especially based on the day that it had yesterday. It got really close to $11. $11.12 is actually where I ended up hitting lows of. But, because of how today played out, obviously it's building that nice little cup. I see it trending once it breaks above 1250. That's where I plan to add another $2,000 to my position. Once it breaks above 1275, I plan to add another $2,000. So I plan to be anywhere from around $6,000 to $7,000 total position size on the specific stock because of the potential that I see. It's a very common trend that I've traded before. I traded the inverse of the stock, which is DGAS. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, again, please do your own research. But it came down to understanding, hey, look, I've identified a trend, this margin of profit from lows to highs, overall from 11 to 1350 is about 18% profit. I think I can formulate a plan and I can make a decent profit off this. Again, I'm not forcing it. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not doing any crazy momentum trading. I'm keeping it as simple as I can. I am identifying a good buy point, good sell point, and a good point to where, I can cut my losses. And, getting in at 1120 with my potential for profit from 1120 to $13 is about 17.2%. When my potential for loss from 1120 to my stop loss is at 1099 is less than 2%. My potential for profit is much greater than my potential for loss. Therefore, this investment and the risk that I'm taking is worth taking. Again, I'm only in with like $2,200, $2,300 on my original position size. That's 2% of that. That's nothing. For the overall reward of being able to make, a couple hundred, if not $1,000, as I continue to add more to my size, then I'm 100% okay. I do want to let you guys know I do have another plan that if it falls below $12, because I'm already up on this specific stock, if it goes, it's within the, I don't really look, when I break down these stocks, I try to look at a 180-day analysis or a 20-day analysis when I'm thinking about swing trading a stock. That's just my approach. This does not mean that this is what you have to do. Looking at it in the day, what I like to do is where is it bouncing at? It's bouncing at $12. So it's holding above $12. And I know if it breaks below $12, it's going to break that trend. So what I'm going to do is I have my stop loss set at $12. So if it goes below $12, it will automatically lock in my profits that I've had from my overnight hold. Understanding that I'm giving it that cushion to continue moving up. But if it breaks that trend and starts trending down, I don't want to give up away all my profit. So, I simply take the approach of, making sure that I have my stop loss and I have some form of, that I'm not getting greedy, right? That I'm locking in some form of profit from what I've made that I've held overnight. Understanding that I'm still giving it the cushion for it to perform the way that I want it to and for it to break, the resistance that it has at 1239 and head on over to 1250. Let me move on to another one that was more of a day trade. I do want to congratulate a couple of our traders that were able to profit off of this one. This is one that a couple of our traders have been calling out, and obviously it's no question that this thing is extremely volatile, so it's all over the place, right? But it comes down to, ended up bouncing off the golden VWAP. Something that I like to do with this is once it breaks above a critical point, so this would have been $6, so it has a pullback right at market open. You're patient, you wait for the bounce, and once it really starts to show signs of upward momentum, breaks above the EMA, breaks above the purple VWAP, and starts trending up and holds above $6, then that's when it really started moving. It went from $6 all the way up to about, it went up to like 708, but let's just say $7. That's about 18%, right? Yeah, no, 16% profit, which is huge, right? 16% profit within a couple minutes. And that's the whole point of momentum trading. It's also not doing anything crazy, but it's identifying the potential that IZEA has. IZEA is an extremely volatile stock. If you guys know anything about this one within the past 2 days, this thing has been all over the place. It's extremely overpriced in my opinion, but if the hype is there and if the demand is there and you get in early, it just comes down to, again, you formulating a plan, making sure you know where you're buying, where you're selling, and where you're cutting your losses. I truly think that's what has led to the success of, the couple hundreds of members that have been able to profit within the past couple of days, because they have that simple understanding on just really how to trade themselves. And all these people that continuously, share what it is that they're doing. And I do want to thank you guys. You guys go out of your way to thank me for all your profits. And I want you guys to know that I'm here again just to spark the interest of letting you know that the stock market is out there, and my approach in trading it successfully. But again, we're all different. We all have and are going to have different unique styles of trading. There's not one person that you should follow nor listen to. And I really want to make sure that you guys understand that there's so much that it comes to when it comes to trading low cap stocks and even swing trading higher price stocks that you guys have to be very open-minded, and you guys have to understand that there's a lot of work that comes into it, not when it comes to trading, but understanding trends, understanding the importance of risk management, and understanding the importance of having a plan every time before you take a position. If you don't have a max stop loss, so if you're trading right now and you take a position and you don't know where you're going to be selling or where you're going to be cutting your losses, then you're trading blind, and you're most likely, based on my experience and based on the feedback that I've received, you're probably not doing well. You might get lucky from time to time, but overall, you're not going to do well in the stock market. If you're taking or you're starting to trade based on other people's opinion, and you make an investment decision solely based on that, then you're probably not going to do well either. This is not a market where you can piggyback off of people. It's an extremely volatile market, and if you don't understand the market that you're investing in, then you simply should not be investing in it. I want to make sure that I'm as clear and as easy to understand as possible. There's no question that every market, there's no question, if there's money, if there's transactions being made, there's money to be made. So in the stock market, Forex, binary options, regardless of what people say, obviously some are riskier than others. There's no question about that. But it's very naive to say that these markets aren't profitable. There's no question about that. That these markets are extremely profitable. In Ryan's circumstance, making $85,000 in 4 weeks, that's not something that I've ever done. But it's something so cool that an individual, by simply sparking an interest, he said a comment to me. He was like, "Hey, I watched one of your videos and it sparked my interest." He's just watched one of my videos. He came up with his own unique style of trading. He developed his own strategy, but with one of my videos, I sparked his interest in the stock market. And that's the whole thing. I'm just here to try to guide you guys in the right direction and try to just expose you guys to new opportunity when it comes down to investing in the stock market, real estate, and every other form of business that I have. But it comes down to you understanding that my way of doing it is not going to be the only way that you guys can do it. And I hope you guys understand that. So for making a profit in the stock market or making bank trading penny stocks, I want you guys to understand that it comes down to you putting in a lot of work and not reaching out to people individually, but making sure that you dedicate a lot of time and understanding trends and understanding how to manage risk and understanding how to identify potential. And if you don't know how to do that, then there's so many videos out there on YouTube and both on Google that you can utilize. If you don't dedicate the time and all you want to do is ask questions and piggyback off of people, then I'm sorry, but you're not going to be successful in this market. Dedicate time yourself. Make sure that you put forth the time to be successful in this market. And if you don't, then you won't see a return. It's as simple as that. So I hope that that's not offensive. I hope that's just eye-opening for those that have not been doing that or have been seeing a lot of red days. You guys need to be smart with your trades, and if you're not planning out your trades, if you're not managing your risk, then I don't know what to tell you. So overall, thank you guys again for watching. All the links are down in the description. If you guys have not ordered your TechBuds t-shirt, they are now available. That's going to be the second link in the description. If you guys want to sign up for the TechBuds Solutions beta trial, that's going to be the first link in the description. We're only going to choose 100 people of those that signed up. We're over, I think, 3,000 people that have signed up already. It's free to sign up. We just want to get some feedback and stuff like that. But other than that, you can ask all the people that are watching right now, and you can ask in the comments, you know, what has been something that has led individuals to their success. But understand that, like, and if any of you guys that have seen any form of success want to comment down in the comments what has assisted you in your success, then feel free to share. But I want to make sure that you guys understand that it's not just one way that's going to guide you guys in the right direction. It's, you know, figuring you know, the market out yourself, because we're all different and we're all unique in our own way, and we all learn in different ways. So thank you. Rank Gaming is saying, always got to plug the t-shirts. I'm sorry, they tell me to. So I like that. I'm trading the ticker, not the stock. So thank you guys again for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And guys, like, when investing in any market, right, there's always potential. Just continue working hard, continue following your dreams, and let your passion be what drives you in your success. Like always, guys, let's make sure that we're in the year on a green note. Take care, team.